Hi crocheters of the world. In this tutorial we will work together on this blouse. It's a lace blouse. Work with the flowers stitch pattern that I already did the tutorial. You have the link below and you have the link of my blog where you can find actually the graph of the stitch if you think it's easier for you to follow along with the graphic. Now, for the yarn that I use for this blouse, it's from my shop, online shop. You have the link below, and its name is Mirage Color. It's a wonderful yarn, and it comes like this in changing color style or in one color only. So you can have it in two versions, and there are both really lovely. It's 50% wool, 50% acrylic, and it's so soft and nice on your skin and on your body. Now I bordered it with the brooch border, actually tape. It's really easy to border. I have the tutorial of the brooch, birch. I really don't know how to pronounce it. So if you know how to pronounce this brooch, you can just tell me, write me below, because I really don't know. I want to be very honest with you here, but I know how to do this kind of lace, and it's really nice from my point of view. It's just perfect for shawls, so to add some border to a shawl. Actually, I worked on a granny stitch shawl, you know, that so classic and easy and fun to work shawl, and if you put a brooch border, it becomes lovely, marvelous. Okay, but let's turn back to our blouse, our project that we will work together on this tutorial. So it's this one. In the tutorial you have five sizes, so it's not very easy to alter because it has a large multiple. So we have 16 stitches as a multiple for this stitch pattern, which means it's not very easy when we have less stitches for a multiple. So let's say 3 to 6, it's the best number of multiple to easily alter a design. But when we have this nice big number of the multiple, it's not very easy. But I did it, and I am very happy because I did it in 5 sizes, and I'm very happy because the stitch is beautiful. So this is the yarn that I use for, let's say this is spring, autumn, winter, okay, because it's wool and acrylic, and it's just perfect for this for spring or for autumn. And I also put, as I said before, the brooch border, but I also want to make it, because I love it, in a summer, with a summer yarn, and I highly recommend you the summertime yarn. And you can find it, it's ice yarn, you can find it on my shop. It's this one. It's really beautiful. It's so fancy. So you will just have a beautiful effect of your for your blouse tunic. I don't know. I work it with 4mm hook. If you work very tight, you can use 4.5. Actually, for the summer one, I will use 4.5, because like this I will get a lighter, let's say, softer, let's say, lighter effect. Okay, that would be all. You have all in the tutorial. Hope you enjoy it. And thank you for watching. Don't forget to visit my shop and to see the beautiful yarns that I have there, and see you at the next tutorial. Okay, so now let's see how to work this blouse. First of all, you have to know well the pattern stitch, and you have the link below of the video of the pattern stitch. Is a sequence to repeat of 8 rows, and actually, as you can see, we have these flowers, and we have 4 rows where actually the flowers begin and finish with the sequence of 4 rows of these 8 rows to repeat. It's begin and finish with the 1/2 and 1/2, and we have other 4 rows where we have all the flowers entire. Okay, then in between the flowers, as you can see, we have these 2 rows of shells, and this is the 5th and this is the 9th. So the rows to repeat are from the 2nd to the 9th, 8 rows, and this is the 5th and this is the 9th. And I am telling you these things now because they are very important for what we will need here to work the blouse. Now I highly recommend you this yarn to work with, because not only because it's beautiful, but of course because it's a yarn that a yarn that it's exactly the yarn that I designed the project, so it's better if you use the same yarn, so you will have a perfect project. Why? Again, because I made it with this beautiful stitch, but the problem is that it has a multiple of 16, so it's not very easy to alter in other sizes. That's why I'm telling you this. You can find a link below of our shop, so you can buy the yarn from there and you can just begin to work your project with me. You will have all in this tutorial, all that you need. And on my blog you have the actually no, I will put here on the graphic, or on the blog anyway, you will have the graphic of the stitch too. Now for a small medium, so it's a multiple of 16 plus 1. For a small medium you will need 81 chains to begin. For a large, extra large, you will need 130 chains to begin. For a extra large, you will need 145 chains to begin, which means I wrote down here in Italian, but it's okay, on the plain flowers for rows, so not that begin with a half and a half, you will have 5 flowers for the small medium, 7 flowers on one sequence of 4, 7 flowers for the large, extra large, and 9 flowers for extra large. And you will have on the shell, the 5th and the 9 rows, the rows with the shells, you will have 9 for the small medium, 13 for the large, extra large, and 17 for the extra large. Okay, now this is the back side. You can work as long as you want, obvious. I work the entire sequence of 8 rows 5 times, and you will finish with a entire sequence, which means you will finish with the row number 9. And into the row number 9 you will have 9, as I said before, 9, 13 on 7 or 17 shells, sorry. And this is the back side. We want shoulder, shoulder, and neck, back of the neck. And you will put in the middle of the shell, okay, the marker in the middle. Now you will count 3 shells for the small medium, sorry, it's this one, the back of the neck, 3, 4, 5 shells, and you will put into the last the marker. Then you will have 3, 5, 7, depends on the side that we are working on, shells for the back of the neck, and again the same number, obvious, for the other shoulder. Then now let's go on with the front side. This is the back side. This is all that I have to tell you about the back side. The width actually of mine, it's about 45 to 47 centimeters, so you know that this one too. And for the front side I already worked, so for the front side you will cast on exactly the same, so you will chain exactly the same number of stitches, obvious, and you will work exactly the same until you will reach the underarm. Okay, the underarm, and 1-2 centimeters from the underarm, obvious. And from there we will open actually here in two. We will work like this. We will open like this, and we will work on only on 4, 6, 8 shells from our total of 9, 13, 17. Okay, and another very important thing, you will finish with a half into the row number 5 here. Okay, you will finish into the row number 9 here, and then we will work only a half. So I am into the row number 9. I repeat the sequence 3 times, so I have to repeat it 2 more times. Okay, so you have to complete 1. If you need maybe 3, you will need maybe 3. I needed 2. I need 2 sequences for the opening of the arm. Maybe you will need 3 or 4, depends on the length. So I think that for the LXL you will need 3, and for XXL you will need 4. Okay, so just to give you an idea how many sequences you need to complete for the part from the underarm to the end. Okay, so let's get started with the front side. So I said we will work from here to here. This will be my row, from here. So this is the shell in the middle. I have 9. This is my 5th. I will stop here into my 4th. And as I said, from 13 shells you will work 6 only, so we'll stop into the 6th. From 70 shells you will stop into your 8th. And how to work, let me show you. So this is the very first, so actually the second row of the pattern stitch, the very first of the sequence to repeat, and it begins with a chain of 3 and 4 more double crochets for a total of 5. Okay, so these are 3, 4. I don't want it to be on the front side, so I'm trying to leave it here. Okay, and 5, which is this one. Okay, so I have my 5, then chain 3, insert hook in the middle of the shell and work 1 double crochet, chain 3 again, and we will skip into the chain 1 space, and here we will work 9, 1 into the chain, 1 into the single crochet, then 5 over the shell and 2 more. This is my 9. These are my 9 double crochets. Here it is. Okay, so 2 more into the single crochet and again into the chain 1 space, and now again chain 3 and 1 double crochet, chain 3, and again we will skip into the chain 1 space where we will work not 9 because this is the last shell, and I will work as I worked at the beginning because this is actually the end of my row, short row here. So 3, 4 and 5. Okay, so I have it. This is my row. This is the row that I will work. I will work this for, I said I have 2 entire sequences here. Now you will work, how many sequences you will have? I have 2, so I will work 1 sequence and the half. So the entire number of sequences that you have for the underarm to the end without half of the last sequence. So this is my half of the last sequence. It's 1, 2, 3 and 4 stitches, 4 rows, sorry. Okay, so I will work until the fifth row of my last sequence. okay, which means I will work 1 sequence and a half. Maybe if you work with 3, you will work 2 and a half. If you work with 4 sequences, you will work 3 and a half. And stop there, and I will be back to show you how to continue on. Now, this is on one side. On the other side, you will work exactly the same thing. I just want to show you how you will begin your row. I have here a little bit of yarn here just to show you, because it's exactly the same. So here it is, the middle shell. I will insert hook. I have to work here in the middle, and I will begin with chain 3 for the first double crochet, and then I will work 5, 2, 3, then 4 into the single crochet, 4 into the single crochet, and into the chain 1 space is the 5th. So exactly what I work here, I will work here, okay? But I begin like this, okay? Just for you to understand how to begin. Then I chain 3, and I will insert hook into the middle of the next shell, double crochet, chain 3, and skip directly into the chain 1 in between the single crochets, and here we will work our 9 double crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Okay, we are. Then chain 3, and skip again in the middle of the shell with a double crochet, chain 3, and we finish as we began with a group of 5 double crochets. From the chain into the chain is the first, into the single crochet is the second, and I said I have just a little bit of yarn to show you, and then 3 more, and we will continue on like this. Now I just want to make a knot, because I will first work that side and then this one. Maybe I have to undo. Then I will make a knot and continue on with this side. Okay, so it's exactly the same thing. And this part we will leave it like this. Okay. So I will just continue on, and I will be back to show you how to actually finish the front side. So I'm back. I completed the side, and actually I completed another one here. This is how it looks. This is how will be here too. So I completed, as I said, one sequence, one completed sequence, which is with these 2 flowers, with the flowers, 4 rows with the flowers, entire flowers, and 4 rows with the flowers half and half, and a half of a sequence, which are 4 rows. Okay, this is what I have. I have to complete my other half from this one, so 4 more rows, these 4 rows. And here we will begin like this. So on the other side, I began this first row of these 4, last 4, I began it from here. So I finished with this part. Okay, this is the difference, because we are working like in the mirror. Okay, so we finish here, we begin with what we finish here. So I will show you only one side, but you just know. Now I have to slip stitch, because I finished here, so I have to slip stitch into each of my stitch, like this. I will slip stitch to the first shell into the 3rd stitch, like this. Into the 3rd, I will try to work front loop only, like this. Into the first, this is the chain, slip stitch into the chain 2, into the single crochet, and now 1 and 2 and 3, It's here that I will begin. And to begin, I want to insert hook into all, chain 1 and work 1 half double crochet. So we have to work 5 double crochets, but we will work the first 2 as two half double crochets, and then 3 more. 1, 2, and 3 into the chain space. Okay, 3 into the chain space, and chain 3, insert hook in the middle here and work 1 double crochet, chain 3, work 9 into the chain. These 4 rows I am working them with you because they are a little bit tricky. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So actually the beginning and the ending. 9. And now we will finish like this with a chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and a double crochet into the 3rd chain. Okay, the next is the single crochet row. So we begin as normal, so single crochet and single crochet into the chain. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and skip 3, insert hook into the next chain, and 1 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now again skip, insert hook into the chain before the double crochet, chain 1, and single crochet into this one. And now we will work. Let me show you what I worked here. Just to be sure that I'm working exactly the same thing. So it's this one, and it's, yes, 2 single crochets and chain 5. So it's again chain 5, 3, 4, 5, and into the last 2 half double crochets we work 1 single crochet and 1 more. Okay, this is what we have here. And now we will begin with a slip stitch and a half double crochet, and then we will work all the stitches, all the 9 stitches here. Yes. Okay, so we turn, insert hook and slip stitch, then we have 2 chains. Into the first I will single crochet, and into the next I will half double crochet. And now I will begin, you know, my 9. I will begin my chain 3, and a double crochet, and again a chain 3, and I will skip 2 and work 9, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. And I will finish with a chain of 3 and this is double crochet. Okay, and now the last row, this is what we have. And the last row, it's actually it's the row with the shells, and we will work like this: 1, 2, 3, then into the chain, single crochet, chain 1, skip 1 double crochet, single crochet, and work another shell. This is like the normal pattern says, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, skip 2, insert hook into the next, single crochet, chain 1, and single crochet, and here we work our last shell. 3, 4, 5. Okay, and we will single crochet here, and just we try to finish as nice as we can. Okay, so this is what we have, and now what we have to do is to sew here. It's not that we will sew, we will cut the yarn. I don't need it anymore. So let me show you on the wrong side. For me it's important that the shells are with the right side from facing me. So this is the right side, okay? So we have the shells, and then we will put it on the wrong side with the wrong side shell, okay, on this and on the other. And let me show you how to join together. Insert hook into this and into this, and chain into the next 2 double crochets, 1, single crochet, chain 5, 3, 4, 5, and skip into the second double crochet of the shell of both shells, second, single crochet, chain 1, skip 1, and into the next single crochet. Then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and again the same thing into the shell, into the second stitch, one side the other side, chain 1, and into this one, and that's it. Now even if you have more or less, no more, you will just work like this. Okay, and we are ready. Not ready, because now we will need to put the sleeves. And first of all I want to show you actually how to put, this is what we have, how to work the border. Now we will work a border around the neckline, and then we will work a border here to close this part. Okay, so let's see how to work first this border. And I will work it on this side. On this side I already work it. This is the shell in the middle, and I will begin from here this time. I began here with my first, and the rule is that we work 1 chain 3. We work 1 double crochet around the single crochet rows and 2 double crochets around the double crochets rows. And I know that I have to work 23 because I worked 23 on the other side. So the number of stitches that you work on the side, you will work it, complete it on the other side. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 11, 12, this is into the single crochet, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, oops, sorry, 17, here is the single crochet, so 18 I will work it here, and then into the single crochet, 19, we are almost there, 20, 21, try to work into the stitch, 21, 22, and the 23 I will work it like this. Let me show you. So it's here 1, and into the chain here, insert hook, pull up a loop, and now work, close it all. Okay, now chain 3 and insert hook here and slip stitch, and now we are ready to turn and to begin to work all the stitches back. I have 23, so I will just work 23 double crochets. And last but not least, we will work 2 single crochets here. I will work 2 single crochets, and then 1, 2, 3, skip 2 and single crochet into the next, chain 3, skip 2, single crochet into the next, chain 3, skip 2. The drawstring, for the drawstring I work the chain 3 spaces, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and the last 2, 1, 2, 3, and the last 2 I will put them exactly where I put this one. So this is here. I will single crochet, maybe some slip stitch, and I am ready. Now let me just show you. And I just have to put the drawstring, and obvious I will iron it in place because it has to be ironed. Okay, that's it. And now we have to work. Yes, we have to work the border all around. So now I will just undo this part because I just want to show you how to work the border all around, but this part I already worked it here. Put the drawstring. This part I already worked it, and what I want to do is to put a marker here because it's very important until where we joined the both parts how many stitches we worked. I worked half double crochets. Okay, it's very important because the same number of stitches we have to work on the other side, then I will count them. Okay, what I want to show you is how to work the border on the shells, and what we have here it's 2 stitches for the shell here. So I will single crochet into the first, half double crochet into the next, and here we have single crochet, chain 1, single crochet into the first single, we double crochet and we just leave like this, and into the next the same, and we just join together. Then into the next we have double crochet, into the next 3 of the shell we single crochet, into the next we half double crochet, and then exactly the same thing, 1 double, skip the chain, insert hook into the single, and 1 more double. Okay, and we half double, and then we 3 times we single crochet, 2 and 3, and then we half double, and we work together 2 double crochets, okay? And this is how we will just work on this side, on the back side, okay? That's all. I will just put only this one, this row, it's just enough for me.